Hey guys, it's Catfish here again and welcome back to my channel. One of the biggest mistakes that I see all players make, including myself, is not checking your angles when you are camping or rushing an enemy. When you are inside a house, always make sure that there is no windows on your left, your right, or behind you where enemies can shoot you from. And when you are rushing, always make sure that there isn't an enemy on your left or your right before pushing up. Here is an example for each situation. So in this clip, I was so focused on shooting the enemy in front of me that I had totally forgot that there was a window to my left that I was exposed to.
There. Another one?
And in the second clip, I ordered my team to push up to the ridge line to get shots on an enemy car when all of a sudden one single enemy killed the entire squad using just one magazine from an AKM, clearly because I didn't check my flank.
Oh, behind.
So yes, this is a very bad situation for your team to be when there is no cover and there's an enemy behind you. Speaking of AKM, for those who don't know, it recently got a massive buff. Its recoil got significantly better, its hipfire got better, its bullet speed got better, meaning you don't have to lead your target as much, and most importantly, its damage got dramatically buffed. Specifically, they buffed the damage dealt to limbs like legs and arms. That means no matter what vest or helmet they wear, shooting them in the legs or the arms will always be a 4-shot kill in classics. This means that if you go against a level 3 enemy and it's difficult to score the headshot, just shoot them in the legs. You'll actually kill them faster than if you had shot them center mass, since the level 3 vest would have reduced the damage. To put this into perspective of how overpowered the AKMs right now in this update, the AKM and M416, along with many other ARs, require 3 headshots to kill someone wearing level 3 helmet, right? SKS and DMRs require 2 headshots, but AKM only requires 4 shots to the leg to kill. Think about that, just 1 extra bullet compared to headshots to kill someone. So what does that mean in Metro, right? In Metro, the newly buffed AKM just takes 6 shots to kill level 6 enemies, which is great because, again, with 45 rounds in a magazine, that's way more than enough to wipe a full squad, which is something the MK14 can't do. This is my first taste killing an enemy MK14 with an AKM, and so let's see what happens.
Cover us. There's an enemy. Yo, I think it's level 6. You went, you went.
As you can see, the AKM took 6 shots to kill level 6 enemies and has much better hipfire than MK14, which we all know from experience is horrendous. MK14 might be the M4 in terms of recoil when you scope in, but we all know that it has pretty bad hipfire. The enemy can't even land a killing shot or a headshot on me due to just how bad the hipfire is. So, we clear 4 Rosshawk, and we immediately get pinned down by sniper fire coming from across the river.
What? Oh, this? Oh, there's 2 enemies. 2 enemies. Be careful. Just 2 enemies.
Okay, so bot number 3 on my team, bot does something really good, right? So whenever you get hit by a sniper, do your team a favor and try your best to point out which general area the shots are coming from, as well as how many enemies you think there are. If you can pinpoint the sniper's location, even better. Number 3 in my team does this perfectly. So what should you do as a teammate if you hear this? So if hearing this, you should spread out and try to flank the sniper. By spreading out, you're forcing the enemy to pick targets instead of aiming at a general area. Remember, since high-powered scopes like 4, 6, or 8x scopes, they zoom in a lot. Spreading out your team makes it much harder for the enemy sniper to keep track of everyone's location, especially when they're zoomed in all the way.
Yeah, there's 2 of them shooting at the same time.
Watch out!
So yeah, good. They marked the enemy's location and they told me that there's 2 enemies.
It's literally the right next to it. 2 trees. Be careful. Careful, don't get knocked. Please. There's 1 level 6. Like 1. Wait. Head up.
So flanking the enemy team like this gives you angles and line of fire onto the enemy that your other teammates might not be able to acquire. That guy that was engaging over here, he was so focused on shooting the people in for Rozhog that he doesn't even notice that I'm on his flank. Again, this is very similar to the mistake I made when I was camping in the building and I was so focused on shooting the enemy in front of me that it's so easy to forget that there's enemies on your side. In this enemy's case, he's probably so zoomed in with his 8x that he just isn't able to see an enemy, going to his side. For this reason, this is usually why I don't pick snipers. The IGL or the team leader on your team should usually not use snipers because it's very easy to get tunnel vision and it's hard to see the big picture and give orders and tactics and think of ways to organize your team. Anyways, you can see by spreading out, I was able to score 2 headshots on this guy. It wasn't a knock, but regardless, it wasn't the knock that mattered. It was the fact that I forced him to retreat back to the other side of the tree, allowing my other teammates to either get an angle on him or forcing him to not pin down my teammates for a good few seconds.
Wait. Head up.
So again, since there was 2 enemies, there's one behind this tree on the left and one on the tree to the right. It's these 2 trees. So since they're both focused on this direction, going to the right, around here, you will get angles on both of them. So this is something you have to think about. If you have the opportunity, try to get the flank, right? Now, obviously, if they're focused on you, tell your teammates to try to get the flank. Because if they're focused on you, and now all of a sudden, both people are now looking at you, now it's your teammates' turn to try to shoot them, right? This is the fundamental of a crossfire, okay? This is what crossfire means. To set up angles so that no matter where the enemy tries to hide, there will always be an angle to shoot them from. This is a very, very important tactic that I will spend more time in my next video talking about.
Knocked one.
Enemies ahead.
There's still one here. There's still one here. There's still one there. There's the last guy.
I think let's go up there. You guys wanna go?
Pushing.
Enemies ahead.
Covering. He's going.
Just to let you know, if you are in the enemy's position, this is the worst thing you can do. If your teammate just got knocked out and you have enemies on your flank, you should not push up. You should back up, all right? Pushing up puts you it makes it even harder to get out of the situation because now, in addition to the previous distance you have to run to get to safety, now you have to run this extra distance that you previously didn't have to run. So always back up if you find yourself in a situation. Don't push up, all right? That's something very, very important. Because look at it. How is this guy going to get out of the situation? He just got hit like 4 times. Yeah, he should have backed up from the beginning. He backed up way too late. Yep, and that's how you beat an enemy. So these are just some very basic long distance engagement advice. Anyways, I hope you found it helpful. If you like these advice, give it a thumbs up. And if you hated it, let me know why down in the comments. Anyways, if you didn't already know this, I recently created a brand new Catfish Discord server, as well as a friendly tactic-based clan. I'm currently actively recruiting members from all skill levels, so if you wish to play with me and possibly be featured in my next video, join the Discord using the link in the description. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one.